Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a world where every conversation had the power to ignite change. A world where words were used to build bridges instead of walls. Today, I want to explore a question that has crossed all of our minds at some point. Is small talk better than big talk? Simon Sinek once said, "People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it." In many ways, our conversations work the same way. Small talk, those seemingly simple exchanges about the weather or a favorite coffee shop, is not meaningless. It's the handshake before the embrace, the foundation before the structure. It's how we break the ice and make a stranger feel like they belong. Small talk is the beginning of trust, the entry point to the why. Small talk is the foundation for building trust and breaking barriers. When we think about small talk, it often feels trivial. Discussions about the weather, the latest sports scores, or weekend plans. But small talk is far from insignificant. It plays a vital role in human connection. It's the gateway to deeper relationships, a way to signal openness and create a sense of comfort with another person. Imagine walking into a room full of strangers. Without small talk, how do you bridge the gap between unfamiliarity and familiarity? A simple comment about the coffee being served or the atmosphere in the room can open the door to interaction. It's not the subject of the conversation that matters, but the act of engaging itself. Small talk is a way of saying, "I see you, and I am open to connecting with you." Simon Sinek's philosophy of start with why is also reflected in small talk. It lays the groundwork for understanding others on a deeper level. For instance, when someone asks, "How was your weekend?" they're not just looking for a list of activities. They're trying to create a bridge, a safe space where trust can begin to form. This trust becomes essential as the conversation evolves into more significant topics. Furthermore, small talk breaks barriers of awkwardness or hesitation. In a professional setting, for example, starting a meeting with a lighthearted conversation can set a positive tone and foster collaboration. In personal settings, small talk can dissolve the initial discomfort between new acquaintances, making it easier to transition into meaningful discussion. It's also worth noting that small talk is not bound by cultural or social divides. It's a universal tool for connection. Whether you're discussing the weather in New York or the best food spots in Paris, small talk can bridge the gap between differences and remind us of our shared humanity. In essence, small talk is not about the content of the conversation, but the act of reaching out. It's the starting line for every meaningful connection we've ever made. Without it, we would struggle to build trust, to create the relationships that allow us to collaborate, empathize, and grow. Small talk may seem small in the moment, but its impact is undeniably large. Big talk strengthens connections by diving into meaningful, transformative conversations. While small talk sets the stage for connection, big talk is where the magic truly happens. It's in these deeper conversations that we uncover who people really are, their dreams, fears, passions, and values. Big talk pushes past the surface, transforming ordinary interactions into profound moments of understanding and growth. Big talk creates a space where vulnerability and authenticity thrive. Asking meaningful questions like, "What motivates you?" or "What challenges have shaped you the most?" opens the door to stories and perspectives that inspire empathy and build trust. It's in these conversations that we realize how much we share as human beings, despite our differences. Take a moment to reflect on the relationships that matter most to you. Chances are these connections grew stronger because of conversations that went beyond the superficial. When we take the time to engage in big talk, we're telling the other person, "I see you, and I value who you are." That validation is transformative, not just for the relationship, but for the individuals involved. Big talk also has the power to ignite change, whether in personal relationships, workplaces, or communities. When we dare to discuss the big questions, what kind of world do we want to live in? How can we solve problems together? We spark ideas and collaborations that can move mountains. These conversations challenge us to think critically, dream boldly, and act intentionally. Ultimately, big talk is the glue that holds meaningful connections together. It builds a depth of understanding and emotional resonance that small talk alone cannot achieve. While it requires courage and effort, the rewards of big talk, a sense of purpose, belonging, and connection, are immeasurable. It's not just conversation, it's transformation. Small talk and big talk work together to balance relationships and create lasting connections. The beauty of human connection lies in its dynamic nature. Small talk and big talk are not opposing forces, but complementary tools that serve different purposes in relationships. Small talk initiates interaction, while big talk deepens it, creating a natural flow in how we relate to others. Imagine meeting someone for the first time. Starting with big talk, such as deeply personal questions, might feel intrusive or overwhelming. Small talk serves as a warm-up, easing into the interaction and signaling openness. Once trust and comfort are established, the transition to big talk feels natural and meaningful. Conversely, even the closest relationships require a balance of both. While deep conversations are crucial for understanding and connection, small talk provides moments of levity and relaxation. It's in the casual exchanges about daily life that we sustain bonds, showing we care about the small details that make up someone's world. Together, small talk and big talk form a cycle that keeps relationships vibrant. Small talk opens the door, and big talk builds the foundation for a connection that's both meaningful and enduring. By mastering both, we cultivate relationships that are rich, balanced, and deeply fulfilling.